Alright, looks like we're on. Hey everybody, and welcome to the 18th stream for building the game Oblation. Now this game is really cool if you're not caught up. It's going to be a classic top-down style pixelated adventure game, kind of like an RPG. You're going to be playing as Luciano. He's a character in a book, and we're collaborating with an author to use his book for the story for this game. It's going to be kind of like your classic adventure where the character goes off on a quest to defeat some evil in the land. And of course, you know, you're going to make friends along the way. You're also going to, you know, meet new enemies and solve puzzles, all that fun stuff. And so far we got quite a bit done already. We already have like the starting area where you're given your mission. We have a training area. And now what we're going to be working on in this session is going to be the valley, which is like kind of like our first official main mission area. This is going to help explain more of the story and also just get a feel for how the real gameplay is going to be. You know, you're going to have more open world opportunity to explore things, talk to different NPCs, and make some decisions in the game that might affect your gameplay in the future. Now, to help us out though, before I really jump into it, please go ahead and wishlist the game on Steam. We're trying to hit 1,000 wishlists before we release in about a month or two. I'm going to pop open the page real quick. Again, it's going to be on Steam, and you're going to look for Oblation, Prince of Corruption. It's going to look something like this. This is the main screen here. We might change some of the splash art later on. For now, I do like what we got. We got this nice screen here. These new games are going to be game slots. I might eventually remove these. We also have like this starting house you spawn in. We have like this first person interaction. We have the main boss for the tutorial area, and then some just like live in action where you're throwing a fire potion. Now again, we might change these, but I do currently like what we got so far. But please, like I said, go ahead and hit that wishlist button, because we are really trying to get 1,000 wishlists before we release. And we're getting pretty close. We're getting a couple a day, but we really need those numbers to bump up, so please help us that way. If you want to support the game even more though, you can go to our official website at redfoolstudio.com. Now, I don't know if you know anything about Red Fool Studio if you've been following along, but we also have an academy to help teach people how to learn games as well. And I gotta say, I built this entire academy by myself, and I really am trying to get people to help get into the industry, where we're kind of showing them how to do beginner stuff. I even have intermediate courses, advanced courses, and even a bonus course where you learn how to make 30 games in 30 days. So if you're trying to get into game development, check out that academy button right there. Again, redfoolstudio.com. But as for supporting Oblation though, of course, obviously you can support us in the chat here on the live stream. But if you want to be in more of a connected support, such as being added to the email list where you vote on features, you can go ahead and donate to this Venmo here. If you donate $50 or more, then you're going to get a custom NPC. And again, all the money that's being made for this is going to help support the game's development. It's going to go toward different assets and different other things we're going to use to help build the game, so I really appreciate it. The NPCs are running out though, we are filling up, so if you really want an NPC, you gotta do that quickly, because we're going to make this a limited time thing, and I'm going to be taking this away soon, because we're just running out of slots. There's quite a bit of people who've done this already, but remember, you get your custom NPC for 50 bucks. But yeah, so let's jump back into the game, do a little bit of a recap of what we did in the last stream. So in the last stream, we wrapped up everything in the village, and then we also did a couple things here. Oh, what's up, Mad? How you doing? Welcome back. I'd love to hear more about your game in a second. That's the author right there, guys. Say hi to the author. This is the guy's book. Yeah, Mad, that's the author of the book that we're making this off of. But anyway, just to recap what we did in the last stream though. So this is going to be like the valley area before we get to the dark forest. This is kind of like a filler area we're adding for the book just to add a little bit more depth. Yeah. Uh-oh. But yeah, so right now though, we're designing this area. We're gonna have some interaction with the golden boy over here. He's gonna get taken away by some slimes, and then we're gonna have to find him. I'm thinking of also adding a cool little side mission as well, where we can like do a little thing to get a trinket. I want to make some like decisions being made in the game. I think that'd be kind of cool. Kind of give it like a little bit of an Undertale where you can kind of choose what happens in certain scenarios, and then it might affect your decisions later down in the game. But for instance, we're going to wrap up completing the main map for this. And then we're going to also add a pretty cool lake in the middle here. I think that'll look kind of cool. Just kind of like, just a random like fantasy lake we're going to add. Maybe we'll put like a secret area in the middle that you can only go to once you have your ice potions. But, you know, what are you going to do? But yeah, we have a couple more spots. We have a spot up here, which is going to have the slime mansion. And then we're going to have a spot here with a little barbarian interaction. And then we'll have one more spot down here that's going to be kind of like the entrance to the dark forest. But there is going to be a cool little trick that's going to happen, is when we try to go to the dark forest without rescuing the golden boy, we're going to have a bit of an issue. So you'll see that once we get down the road. Yeah, got to get your notebook, man. Your game idea sounded really cool yesterday. But all right, let's keep going here. We are going to finish up the wall. So we need a section over here and then over here. And I think to make things fit a little better, I am worried about if the player gets too close to these edges, we're going to see the green. So I might increase the actual ground layer just a bit. All right. Let's go ahead and just add a little bit more here. Because again, I'm kind of worried about the length a bit. So there we go. And let's increase this just a bit more. We don't need to do it too much, just enough. Awesome. Okay, perfect. All right, so again, we need another section here, and then another here, and then one more down there. And we'll have like a forest part over here. I think that'll look really cool. Okay, I'm thirsty, I'm talking too much. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, let's go ahead now and we need to set the grass again. And the problem if I do that, I think, is we need to spread it equally. Luckily in Godot, there's a nice little texture we can do where we can actually spread things randomly without spreading the whole thing again. So I'm gonna do it, I think we did it to there. Yeah. Glad you're getting your notebook back. That's funny. All right, let's do that. Okay, perfect. And then we added a higher section right here. So we're gonna need to add more there. All right, perfect. Yeah. All right, now we need to add the heavy grass. We have like this one little grass here, but we have a heavy grass we're gonna add. Let's do that real quick. Same kind of set. We're just gonna put it to there. Nice. Okay, and then same thing. It's really hard to see probably from the recording, but it's gonna look a lot better the closer we get to it. Let's see how that looks. Perfect. Okay, so now we have equal grass everywhere. Yeah, I don't know, but you could make your sprites with free stuff. You don't really need to pay for anything. I would just use something small, especially if you're going to do pixel art. And you're not like, but you said you're trying to make everything from scratch, if I remember. So then, yeah, you might need to invest some money into it. Okay, let's do this though. We're going to make the wall path now. Yes, perfect. Okay. Let's see. So we need to extend this one more to the right. And to make my life easier, I'm going to take the whole thing. I might mess it up because of the stone rocks we have over here. So I'm actually going to do this so I don't have a problem. And then we'll penify it. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Perfect. Can I do the same thing down here? Oh, that would look awesome. Yeah, look at that. That looks great. Oh, no, I messed it up. All right. Well, what it's doing is it's getting rid of the top one, so we need to go down one more. And then we could do one more. Yeah, that looks great. We need to adjust the rocks over there, but I'm okay with it. Because I think what we did, what are these middle ones? These just went straight up and down. Honestly, I'm okay with that. Well, we're going to adjust these because we're going to have a middle path. So we only want 3, so we can actually move this over once, probably. Yeah, that's fair. No, I meant like the software you're using sounds expensive. How many regions? So the regions I've made are, let's take it back. We got the village, and there's a fest. This is like the main village you start in. You have like the worst house in the beginning of the game, like the ugly house. And then you have this nice, this is Carve's house. And then I added just 2 more just random neighbor villagers. I don't know if you've caught up, Seth, but once you talk to the guy here, Carve, you know, he meets you at your door. He has you get your shield. Then you go down here. This is not like a dangerous forest, but it's the forest that's, what do you call it? It has like where you learn how to play the game. Like you basically just kind of go off with Carve, and he gives you a little bit of training before you are set out. But yeah, I'll keep going. This is the South Forest. This is the training ground. So like each little area here, you talk to Carve. He says, hey, like use your sword. And then over here he's like, oh, use your dash because these guys are quicker. And then the next one is like, use your mega attack. And then this one is use your first potion, which is a fire potion, to reach these enemies. And once you achieve all these goals, then you'll make your way to here. And this is where your first save point is. This is Belcross. He's the little guy that is just always randomly going to be around where you can save the game. But yeah, then you eventually get to this stage where Carve is like, hey, there's something going on up there. Yeah, the fire potion I thought was kind of cool. I think it's going to look dope. And then you fight this little mini boss with the golden boy, and he doesn't give you any reaction yet because that's not in the story, but I wanted to put something that kind of flowed with the game. But anyway, so he disappears, and then you go back to the village, and then you go to the festival where you get your mask from the elder guy. The cool thing is, though, once you do that, then this whole thing is going to go away. Like it's like a one-time thing, so this whole area just kind of disappears basically, and it's like empty. And then you make your way to what we're working on now, which is the valley. The valley is what's in between you and the dark forest. And we're just going to kind of give a little bit more of an open world feel to the game, just because I feel like it would be kind of fun to have more like exploration and just random stuff you can do in it as you make your way to the first library. But yeah, this is just like a filler area basically. But it'll have a little bit to do with the story, nothing crazy. But yeah, we're going to make a couple, and then in this area there's going to be like a slime house here, which not really a slime house, it's going to be like a destroyed area. And that's where you're going to rescue the golden boy. And like in the book where the golden boy gives you the staff, the sap staff, that he's going to like reward it to you for basically helping you. So we're kind of giving him more of an incentive, if that makes sense. But yeah. But yeah, now we just gotta fix everything because it looks a little junky. Let's figure that out. We are on walls. We need to get rid of all this sloppy stuff. So we're gonna go rocks up all the way. No, I wasn't gonna implement teleporting because even though the game looks enormous, it's actually really easy to get around because remember we have dashing capabilities. So like, I don't think I have the player in here. If I like hit play on the game in here, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Yeah, making your own sprites is tough. It's especially if it's your first time. Oh no, I put full screen on here. That's annoying. But oh well, it'll be really big. Anyway, so this is like the reason why I'm not gonna do teleporting is you're gonna have save points, for instance, and I'm gonna put quite a bit of them. I'm gonna have a save point like probably right before every important area, and then right at the end of everyone. But the dashing, you can get around really quickly, and you have a pretty big amount of mana, so it's actually not that bad. But I'm gonna make the world pretty interactive overall. But I got some cool stuff. I don't know if you've seen this, but you can like go into houses and say hello to people. I think this is really cool, where you can like talk to them. This village is all I ever known. There's some really depressing villagers in the first village, and then this one's really funny though. This is my favorite villager, though. He's over here. He's like this kind of chubby kid who like complains about not having any food, even though he has all the food. Food and resources are very scarce in the village. Yeah, because he probably has them all here. That's why. I thought that was funny. You. We can make him your name. That would be funny. We could call him Seth. Yeah, we could do that. We could add some, I actually do want to add like animals. I think it'd be really funny to add like cows or just some like random animal experience. But yeah, I need to turn off the mega window though. I don't like that. I like it being a little smaller. Windowed. There we go. But yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. Fat child. Dude, you are not a fat child at all. I feel like I was way more of a fat child than you. But I think if you want to be in the game, because you're the author of the book, you should be like this like mystical being. I think that would be awesome. Just being like some mystical, crazy being or whatever would be crazy. Yeah, this is the problem here, is all the rocks are messed up. How did I fix it on this one? No, I just went up. Rocks. We just want to make things outline correctly. Like that looks better. Oh man, it still goes up. Yeah, we just want to go up as much as we can. And then we're just going to move that chunk over. And it will fix everything. Yeah, we could do that. We'll think of something fun. There's a lot more areas too. But this, I think we'll put you somewhere more important, though, I think. I think I'll put some, I need to put like a really cool thing Final Fantasy does in one of their games is they have like a secret room you can go into. And it's literally like a secret room with like the developers in it, and I think that would be really funny. It's like a secret tavern with the developers, and I really like that idea. Because like then you can meet the whole team that worked on the game in the game. I think that's cool. Oh, look at that. Look at that perfect fit. Woo! Perfect fit right there. That's what I'm talking about. Look at this. Oh, that's beautiful. It was such a pain making this before because I was like trying to fit things correctly, but it's really coming together now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we gotta fix this part though. We're probably gonna bump it back over there and bump it back over there. The cool thing about the valley I like compared to the other place I made is the valley is not going to it's not gonna have any like doors you unlock. You can just open world, just go wherever you want. There's not really gonna be anywhere you need to unlock. Why does that look different? I don't know. Did I? Okay, well, how does that one? That one's on the end. Okay. All right, 3 over there. Perfect. Look at that. Okay. I really like how you chose the main character's name to be Cynthia. I think that's a really cool, like, video game character name. That reminds me of another video game character name. Is there already a Cynthia in another game? Because that sounds like really, like, that was definitely done somewhere. Because it sounds too good. I just think it's a cool video game name. Alright, well, let's get rid of that. Perfect. Look at this world just coming together. I was so worried I was going to have to like redo all of the different shapes for this area. But this is just working out. It's working out real well. Okay, so we can go that way. We need to make the doors here and here and here. I don't think this one's going to have actually a door. I think we should just do one there and then one there. I think that'll look really cool. But yeah, oh, we need to finish the go around. And yeah, this one we can just go, we're just gonna go, well, I can't do that. Maybe we'll just go straight and keep that one block. 1, 2, 3. How did I do the other one? Nah, we just went all the way. Yeah, I don't know. How did I do that one? Yeah, we'll just keep it. It's either that or I get rid of like half the rock. Or we put it like behind it. We could do that just to make it look better. Problem is if I do that, we're probably gonna have to do it for all of them, which I'm not a fan of. Like this one will need the same thing. I guess we could just do it. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of, I just don't like putting things, like this looks silly. I don't like that. We need to fix it up. All right, let's go there. The site link, yeah. Well, your book's on there too. It's in the like the pinned chat, and it's also in the description. There's a link to the book and everything. Oh, I hope that would stick right there. Oh, you mean like? Oh, I thought you were talking about like in game. I don't think we can do that. I was looking into that. I think I'll get in trouble. Like if I advertise in a game, Steam doesn't like when you advertise in their games, so I don't think it's gonna happen. Which is kind of lame, but whatever. I don't know. I think people will figure it out because it has the big Red Fool Studio that has your big name. You need to do the picture, the picture of yourself with the big feather pen. You should just do it. Like, I don't know. That'd be so cool to have that as the splash image, but it's you though, like pixelated in that same image. That'd be crazy. All right, what else are we doing? We need to make the rock go around. I just don't think that's gonna look good. I don't know. We'll try it. We need the big rock. All right, let's. I hope it fits. Let's see. Yay! Look at that. But like I said. This is just messed up. Why is that one? You know why? I don't know why. That's annoying. You know what's gonna suck is I think this is gonna screw it up. We're gonna do the same thing over there. Now in that one, I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Or it's gonna look weird. Okay. And we're gonna need to put that underneath it. So, let's see. We need to get rid of that. And we're going to need to get rid of this one as well. And that one's okay. Yeah, no. My goofballs aren't on here, though. The 3 goofballs that harass the channel are off, though. You should have seen them. They were crazy. It was the blue fool, the red fool. No, it was the blue fool, the yellow fool, and the green fool. And then this guy named Ben. These guys are so silly. I hope they join so you can see them. They're silly. All right, what are we doing? We need another wall. But this wall, I need to get rid of everything. We're gonna call this wall. Come on, wall 2. Go that way. Alright, wall under. Okay, and then we're going to take wall under, and we're going to just get rid of everything. And then for wall under, we're going to take this rock. Also, I feel like people join later when I do this. It usually takes about like 40 minutes for people to start joining. But then again, it is like Super Bowl Sunday, so I don't know. I don't know if people are just not going to join because of that. That would make sense, to be honest. So, like, whatever. It is what it is. Okay. I want to make... We're going to, like, do this. We're going to go around the lake, I think, and into it. Alright, I need to figure out where the ground is. Okay. Yeah. Alright. 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna go like that. But yeah, this is why I did it like this, is because I wanted to fix it, because it looks silly if I don't do it like that. So we're gonna take the eraser for the wall and get rid of all the fun stuff. Then we're gonna get rid of that stuff. And then we're gonna get a rock. Alright. And we're gonna do this without the eraser. Okay, perfect. Alright, good. These are the hardest ones to do. And we need to add some fun stuff. Did I miss any other sections? There we go. We're gonna get rid of that. Ooh, I hope that... We're gonna do the same thing here. Well, maybe not. Maybe I could just, like, mess with it. Huh. How did I... Because the rocks is the problem. Okay. Yeah, and then we're gonna get more road. Okay. We need 3 going down and 1 across. 1, 2, 3. I guess that's doable. I don't like how close it is to the thing. How close is it? 2? Okay. Yeah. The reason why we're doing this is because we're gonna have a lake. Alright. 1, 2. Perfect. Okay. Nice. And the lake's gonna be pretty big. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep going, doing the thing we were doing. Okay. And then the middle. I think that's the middle. Is it the middle? 1, 2, 2. Yeah. Okay, sweet. All right. Now we got to do the same thing. Now this is where I got confused. How many did we go up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. The only problem with this, like I said, is the rocks are screwed up. Because I did it the other way. But how did I do this one? Because that's the same thing. Rock, rock, rock. Rock, rock, rock. Rock, rock. What did I do differently? Oh no, because that one's there. We didn't do a third one. Did I? I think I, like, no, that's totally right. That is annoying. Honestly, who cares? We're gonna do it the way we want to do it. It's either we're gonna do a 1 lower or 1 higher. Oof. Because I can't go, I have to go, no. We're either gonna do, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. I don't like doing it lower. I think it looks weird. Looks silly. Unless we want to do the same thing we did for the other one. Problem is, then we're gonna screw it up there. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. Alright, let's see how we do this now. Yeah, we'll leave that open. I don't care about a path there. Yeah. Okay. What are we doing? Oh, my foot. Okay. And this is the trouble one. Is pathing for this is gonna be silly. Either 1, 2, 3, or let me have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the bottom. It's just the rocks that are messing us up. Let's see. The only way we could fix this is if I do the same thing. But then if I do that, it's going to screw that up. Because I really like... Ooh, but to be fair, that rock is right there also. Someone's going to get mad at me for messing with the rocks so much. I think I want to do it the same way I did it last time. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, we're just going to keep it the same. And we will adjust. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Perfect. And either we have the one up, which I don't like that. It's my least favorite way to do it. How did I do that for the other ones? I think I just adjusted it. Yeah, we'll just adjust it with the big rock. I think that's the idea. We'll just do the same thing we just did. We'll do under rocks. And we're gonna do that one. And we're gonna get the under rock. Okay. And then we're gonna put the under rock under it. That looks horrible. Oh, well, you know why? Because we have 2 of them. Okay. Ooh, that's the problem. We'll figure it out. I just want to get the paths correctly. Wall under. Okay, perfect. But that's okay to do it the other way. Yeah, because it went up. I don't know. I kind of might just keep it because who cares. But this one is where we need to fix that. Ooh, but then... Can I just do it that way? I don't have enough to fill that. Honestly, I could just put one wacky rock in the middle. Or just no rock. Yeah, we don't even need a rock. Okay. Doesn't even matter. That looks so bad. I don't know. I don't think anyone's gonna care. Put some grass in the middle. Like, whatever. Just sloppy pixelation. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. This random little area in the middle. Because it's either I do that or I gotta mess everything up, and I don't want to do that. Where's some rocks? Some little rocks. Some like little rocks in the middle. There we go. I don't like those rocks. It looks like weird. I don't like those rocks at all. It's either I put rocks in the middle or I put like a little grass. I think that looks more natural if I do that compared to the other thing. Is there any other spaces? Because I could just add this everywhere. Yeah, we could just do that. This makes it look way more natural. I like that a lot. Fill the void. Okay. Looking good. Yeah, let's just fill it up. Who cares? Oops. There we go. Okay, what else do we gotta do? A couple over here. It's important just to add a little bit of your own touch. Because if we rough it up with all these little thingies, it makes it look a little less unnatural. Because I don't want the game to be like everything's perfectly placed. I think that's gonna look really bad. So we're just gonna add, oops, a little bit of grass. Just wherever, you know. Why not? How's the stream health? Pretty good. Alright, what are we doing? How are we looking here? Just a green bean. Yeah, well, my only worry is right here. It looks so dumb. But the only way I could do it is if I do that. So, I don't know. I think it looks okay. I'm going to put like a bunch of like, the thing I did in the other game, I think it was, what is it, South Forest? I put a bunch of these things you can just walk through. And I think that looks really cool, like having just a bunch of random. So but I think what I'm going to do in the field, the valley or whatever, is I'm going to just add some other things. Because it's very plain. I want there to be like rocks or something. Like maybe I'll add little like red rocks everywhere. Because eventually you get a hammer, and maybe if you break the rocks, you get like a little something. Because I haven't added like pots you can break or anything classic-y yet. So I don't know. The only thing I've done with that is I made these little like trees where there's slime stuck in them, which look really cool. Like if you go to the South Forest, and like these things are really cool. Ignore the blue box, but there's like little slime guys like stuck, and you have to use your mega attack to break them out. And then if obviously you can get a coin or even a rare chance for a potion or a health potion if you kill the red slimes. But they're like these little stuck ones. I like the stuck ones. I think it looks cool. But yeah, let's see. Okay. Yeah, we could do that. Well, I don't know. If you zoom in, you can see like I have little patches of grass everywhere. I'm gonna add more like, I want to add like a bunch of like animations and like, because the game is very like static right now, which means it's like very still. I don't have too much animation going on. Like I want to add like clouds passing by. Like there's like a shadow of a cloud in all the valley areas. Because of course, you know, there's no trees, so we should see shadows a lot. And when we get into the dark forest, it's going to be really cool because there's an asset here I can use that makes like leaves blow in the wind, and it's just going to look really cool. But no, I feel what you're saying. Yeah. I'm just making sure I added all these little grass patches. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Over there, over there. Good, good, good. All right, sweet. Okay, so we fixed the problem there. Let's finish the road. So, back to the ground we go. Back to the ground. Let's go across. And this is gonna be where you enter the dark forest. I'm gonna have like a, kind of like a circle here of like dark trees. And then like once you hit here, you'll be transported to the dark forest. And then you'll be stuck in the maze, obviously, until you... Ooh, we did the same thing here. Alright, let's go to walls. Let's get rid of this junk. And then wall number 2. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect rock path. It's just okay, like it just looks like it's behind it. I'm okay with it. It could be worse. I could even add more grass behind these things. Like that would maybe, I don't know, but then I gotta do the whole thing again. I kinda like the one patch because it just makes this one part look a little more natural. But yeah, that looks cool. We need more paths. Okay. Thank you, Colette. Got the whole squad. The whole squad. That's funny. Yeah, you don't need to watch the Super Bowl, guys. Just watch me. Watch my ads so I get money. Turn it on all of your devices. On like 50 devices in your house. I knew it was gonna be low today though, because it's like everyone's busy. But to be fair, I feel like doing this live motivates me to like actually do it. I've noticed that like the more I do this live, actually the more I get done. And then people can watch it afterwards as a video. Yeah, you should do all 17 right now. That'd be awesome. Just put it on play. That would be crazy. Problem is you would need 17 different like YouTube accounts that aren't made by the same email, or I don't think it works like that. No, usually there's a bit of people on here. The cool thing about when you stream on YouTube though is it saves it as a video, so people can even check it out later and watch it and just see what you're up to. But yeah. Oh, I didn't turn my light on there. It's gonna get dark in here. So we're gonna have the thing here where you rescue the boy. The golden boy. Do we even, I don't even remember in the book, do we find out what the golden boy's name is ever? I don't even know if we do. I thought it was just always called the golden boy. This looks really good though, I love this. Okay. But yeah, this is the barbarian side quest. They're just like gonna be travelers, and like one of them's going crazy. He's gonna be infected by the Prince of Corruption's fire. And you get to choose basically, like, if you want to, or how you want to save him. Like you can either just defeat him, or you can save him. But if you save him, I think the travelers are gonna give you a bunch of money. Like you're still gonna get the side quest trinket out of it, but if you are good, you get like the thing. And I might do it in reverse too. Like maybe we'll like do it in another way, but who knows? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Or what we could do is like if you defeat him instead of healing him, you get the fire. Because the fire is going to be really rare, I think. The green fire as one of the items. It's going to like help do something eventually. But yeah, okay, so we got this. Looks great. I like this a lot. We need to make, I want to make the little leaves and stuff, and then we're going to jump into making some other stuff. Okay, path. Why do I have one called path? I don't know, but I like this one. Okay, so we need to add like flowers or something. I'm not sure which one we should do. I want to make like something you can walk through. I don't think I should use the 3-leaf clovers, because the 3-leaf clovers are what's in the South Forest. So I want it to be a little different. I think flowers are going to be too much color. We could do sunflowers. I'm okay with sunflowers actually. Maybe we could do sunflowers. The only thing I'm worried about is if I go back to the original village. If you look around, I have like these like little ferns everywhere. So, and we are still in the aesthetic. So I'm kind of like, honestly, maybe I should just keep the aesthetic of the ferns, because that's what the village has. Because we're technically still in the village brush, if that makes sense. Problem is, there's like no color. And I'm worried that the color would look really nice. Which is that. I think it's that one. Is it that one? Fern, okay. Fern. So yeah, I'm debating putting a fern in there. Like, I don't know, it would look okay, but I want something that you can just like walk through. I don't necessarily want you to be able to defeat these things. Just kind of adds like a little life to the game. But that's a lot of green. Like, I don't like how there's so much green. I almost want to add some sunflowers to the world a little bit, because currently the villagers grow sunflowers. Like, they grow these little sunflowers, which I think look kind of cool. But would that be bad if we put those in the world to walk around? Because like they look special to me. I don't know. Or we could have these little white ones. I like the little white ones. I cannot pronounce the name. Ooh, but don't we not find that out though until like we get to the rainy lands or something? Or the dream, right? The dream he has at the rainy lands. Because I totally forgot that. Ooh, do we want these white things or just keep the ferns? I don't know. I don't know. That's tough. I need just to make a decision. I like the idea of sunflowers, but I feel like we should be able to attack the sunflowers. We're going to keep the green. We're going to keep the green. Right, let's put a bunch of them everywhere. I want to do... 9 might be way too much. Alright. Boop. Way too much. Well, to be fair, we are in the field world. And if I look at this, that's a lot. It's a little bit less than that, though. That's a little too much. Let's do a little less. Let's do like 7. And then, whoops, I have to delete them all. That's fine. Okay, let's try 7. I forget if this makes more or less. That is not spreading them out very well. Like, that's spreading out. Looks horrible. Still like way too much. I think it's going in reverse. Maybe it's 15. Perfect. It's still like putting them like right next to each other. I just don't like that. That looks dumb. All right, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna do it the old. No, I can't do it the old-fashioned way. Nah, we're just gonna do less. We'll do like 15. We could do something like 18. Let's do 18. That's like way too late. You know what? I want to do more. Let's do more. Let's do 14. I'm okay with that. I'll add more if I need more, but I'm not doing this all day. It's gonna drive me crazy. Ooh, but we do need to make sure we're ordering Y value. Yes, perfect. Okay. And you'll see why we need to do that in a bit. Why is this so bad? It's like, oh, it's so stupid. It should like be better at this. It's supposed to randomize it, but it's just like that one's great. Why couldn't it do it like that? That's horrible. I might as well do it again. There we go. That one's pretty bad too. That's way better. I'm gonna get rid of some though. I don't like how they're laid out. Okay, that's a huge area. This is where the lake's gonna be. And we're gonna get rid of everything when we do the lake. Perfect. That was great. See? That was great. Oh, no. Don't do that. Okay. Horrible. Alright, we'll manually put some there. That's really bad too. That's way better. It's horrible. Way better. Maybe I'm just not putting enough. Let's do 12. So I keep having to double it up. Yeah, everybody watching the Super Bowl should watch me instead. That would be awesome. I'd make so much money. This game would have the budget of like $1 billion if we did that. Text all your friends, Seth, and tell them to watch me instead of the Super Bowl. That would be awesome. My family should watch me do this. They're all watching the Super Bowl. That looks beautiful. I want more. 3? 3's crazy. What is going on? That's way better. Okay, we're gonna add a couple more. We're gonna take a couple away. Yeah, let's get to business now. Yeah, I'll be the halftime show. That would be crazy. The Red Fool Studio halftime show. That would be wild. Alright, boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Putting ferns everywhere. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all those chickens. Okay, I love it. There's a little too many in some spots. I don't want like a billion next to each other. I don't like when they're next to each other, like super tight. That's kind of weird. Not that good. There we go. Wait, why is there so many next to the player? That's okay. I like that. No, Nice. Okay. Boop, boop. Okay, looking good, looking good. I like that one. Perfect, okay. So we have the inside ferns done. We need the outside ferns now, which are gonna be really easy because I'm just gonna go crazy with it. We're just gonna go nuts. I just need to, I can barely see this thing, but it's great. Nothing. That's fine, nothing. Perfect. See, that looks great. I don't know why it's so good at doing big spots, but it's horrible at doing little ones. It's amazing at doing little spots. What am I on? I'm on path? Okay, good. I want it to be on the same level. Yeah, look at that. That looks awesome. This looks so good. Come on, no, no, no. Look at that. Look at that. Love it. A little more over there. Perfect. Okay. Nice. Let's do it. Perfect. Looks good. Looks good. Perfect. Okay, we got most of the world done now. Okay, now we need the lake. Let's get the lake in there. And then we can start adding some fun stuff. I think we're going to make destroyable rocks, like I said. I don't think you'll be able to destroy rocks yet with your mega hit, but I think you can destroy like trees and stuff. So I'll add some like trees and stumps. Ah, blah, blah, blah. All right. Woo! Oh, well, how many? Oh wow, we're almost hitting an hour. That's pretty good. I try to do these about 2.5 hours on average. We're getting a lot of progress done today, though. This is awesome. I might stream again later tonight, too. Yeah, but I think it's just going to be slow today because everybody's watching the game. The big game. All right, let's make some water. So we're going to make a little lake in here. It's not going to be that big, but I want to put a little cave in the middle because I think that would look really cool. So, okay, we need to adjust things. Ground, maybe? I had one specific to water. I just don't remember where I put it. Carpet? Walls? Maybe I put it in walls? It could be in a wall, because technically, the only thing we're going to have to figure out with water eventually is how we're going to get across it, because I think I should make it its own thing, and then eventually what we're going to do is make the player immune to it. We're going to make the tiles specifically that are frozen immune to it. And the best way to do that is to make its own layer. So I'm going to call this water. We didn't do this last time, and that is going to screw us up. Because I guarantee there's going to be some player that is going to go all the way back to the starting level and go try to walk on that water. So I'll have to fix that eventually. But yeah, let's try to start it over. Alright, we did that. Now we can clear the ferns, which I think we're in path. Yeah. Okay, let's clear the ferns in this area. Maybe not all of them, maybe like that much. Get rid of those two. Okay, then we're gonna need to do the water. And this is not gonna be deep water, so let's keep it nice and shallow. Let's do like a nice border around it though. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, we'll have like one area. Like one. Ooh, we can do one or two. I kind of want to still be able to see the thing in the middle, so maybe we will do two. Yeah, let's do two. Okay. And boom. And we're going to make some nice little water. And then we're going to go around. right. 1, 2. Again, go around. And then we're gonna go like this. And then we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna do this. Now, my one problem with this water is it looks super square. And I don't really like that. So I think we're gonna adjust it to not make it look like a big square lake. I don't know, or it's kind of okay. It's a whole pixelated game. Maybe it doesn't matter. Like, we can make it go inward a little bit, technically. I kind of want to make it go inward. I don't like how it's just super square. That's kind of ridiculous looking. Okay, bloop, 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 bloop. Or just give it like some curvature. Yeah, I like that better. Now the only problem is I don't think we added collisions here, which is bad. Did I? No, I didn't do that here. That's a pain. We're gonna need to do that. Alright, well, let's see about this thing. Alright, yeah. Let's slice it. Perfect. I want 2 points out. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, love it. And then we're just gonna add a couple of these, which it's not gonna let me do that. Why? Actually, I think this is why. That is exactly why. And we're gonna do the same thing. The only problem is I gotta put a bunch of connectors for this. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Okay. Perfect. And other side. Okay. Other side. Look at it go. Perfect. That's a lot better. I like it. It looks more natural like that, I think. I didn't like the big square, like, water thing. That looked a little ridiculous. Okay, but this is the hard part. Because I didn't add collisions on this yet, it's not gonna like me. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna make this unique, and then we're gonna go ahead. Try this out. We need to add the collision. So basically, so the player can't just walk on water instantly. So let's go ahead and start adding that. We knew that one's gonna be all, but these ones are gonna be a little bit of a pain because we still want to be able to walk a little bit on the green. And this can get kind of annoying because it's tiny, and I don't know why it's tiny, but it's a pain because it's so tiny. And they don't let you like zoom in too. It's super weird. See what I mean? Like they don't let you zoom in. Like it's still way too small. But you know what? What are you gonna do? So that's what we do there. And we add a collision. So now the player can't walk through that. But we gotta do this on all the sides, which really sucks. And then we gotta reverse it because now the water's there. And this is where I mess it up because it's hard to see where I'm putting it because this thing refuses to zoom in and snap. It's okay, it's not perfect, it's whatever. It's just tough. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do this one now. Make sure it is correct. I'm just going to make it as straight as possible. Boom. Next one. All right, last square one. These ones are the easiest. I did not want to do that. Get rid of that. Yeah, let's grab it. And then let's do this. And then let's do this. Kind of, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right, there we go. Nice. Wow, I'm really thirsty. Alright, so we got that. Now we need to do the corners and then the mid-eye one. Maybe. I don't know if we need to do that. No, we're probably going to need to do that one. I don't know, actually. I don't think so. Alright, now we got to do these tiny little corners, and these ones suck. What? I think a better way, actually? Let's just do this. Well, that didn't work. Blah, blah, blah. What if I just make it a little triangle? Yay, it works. Okay. Perfect. Let's do this one now. Let's go ahead, snap, and go. A little bit in the brown. Sweet, where are we? We are over here. Which one am I missing? I think this one, yeah. Okay, put it over there. Put it over there. And then over here. Yeah. I still think these are going to be annoyingly not connected. Alright, boom. Yeah. Because again, my worry is that if we go to the corners, I just, like, that is clearly totally not going to connect. That one's bad. Which one am I at? I'm at this one. Yeah, like, look at that. That's my problem, is we're gonna, like, hit the lip, and it's gonna be, like, right there. So, how do we fix that? We gotta go down a little bit. And this one's gotta go up a bunch. That's better. This one could go down a little bit. It's just, you don't want that, because then if they go on the side of it, they're gonna get really mad. Oh well. Alright, and then this one is not great on the top. We need that one to be way more. So let's go there. Let's go there. And let's go like there. Perfect. See, that's what we want. Okay. This one, again, same thing. Way too much over there. I wish it would show you in real time. That would be really nice. Okay. It's about midway. A little bit less. Perfect. And then that way, a little bit higher. Again, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Then we got this guy, last one. That one was a huge mess. That one's like right on the white. And this one's gonna be in the center. This one's again like right on the brown. Way too high. The cool thing about this is if I do it one time, I don't need to do it again. Alright, zoom it a little bit less. Perfect. Okay, great. So we did that. Now the player can't walk on water. We need to do this inside one. And this is a little better because then we can just like keep it the same. I'm just going to try to aim right on... Ooh, well this is different because I don't want to leave it like that. Let's just keep it on the whites, like right on the white corner. And then we need more of these though. Yeah, we're going to need more of these. Like right here, and then right here. Well that, I don't know what that did. That was weird. What in the world? I don't like that. There we go. Yeah, I think if you struggle with coding for Godot or just any game engine, like that sounds to me like you don't know what to do to make it. Or are you saying like you just don't know how to like are you saying in context of like creativity, or are you saying in context of just not knowing what to do, like making a character move around? Like, are you just unaware? Or are you saying like you just can't think of creative ideas for your game? Because if it's the one where you can't think of creative ideas, I think the best way to get through that hump is to kind of just experiment a bunch, like try a bunch of different game ideas. But as for if you don't know what to code, like for making a character move and stuff, I'll be honest, the best way to figure that out is to just continually grind through those tutorials, because the tutorials like will help you get to at least a level of understanding. Like, I don't know if you've checked out my channel, but I have a full beginner course like that teaches you how to make 3 full games, and I literally go through like very basic stuff for people. So if it's one of those reasons, the creativity thing, I think is just like you just gotta kind of give it your all for something. But if it's in terms of you literally just don't know how to make a character move or something like that, then you really just got to keep sticking with those tutorials and make as many small games. Because like what most people do is they take like a really big game and then they literally like kind of get frustrated and give up. But I think the best way to like not get in that circumstance is start small. Like make a bunch of little games. Like for instance, I have a course where I literally teach you how to make 30 games in 30 days. Like, you may not even want to make half those games, but I guarantee you, after you make all 30 of those games, you'll have solutions to almost all of your game dev problems. Like, just because, like, you'll be like, oh, well, I don't know how to make my character bounce around on walls. Well, I teach 2 games where you do that. Or, like, I'm making a platformer and I don't know how to make a boss battle. I teach you how to do that as well. Like, you just have to just crank as many small things out, and eventually it'll start to click. It just takes time. It's like learning how to do anything. Programming is not like a gift where you can just like know how to do everything instantly after like one thing. You have to like really dedicate it and treat it like a skill, like practice every day, Like, I don't think I was comfortable doing things casual in this style until I was like literally made like tons of small games. But I highly recommend, if you're like really new, I would take my beginner course, because my beginner course, I actually teach you how to make real games. Like, I'm not just showing you how to make a character move. I'm showing you how to make a character move, attack, collect power-ups, jump on enemies, fight boss battles, have save points, blah, blah, blah. So, like, literally, I don't know, I highly recommend my course if you're a real beginner. But then again, if you're somebody who likes to learn on their own, then totally. But I personally did that. Yeah, coding is like, I don't know if you know how to speak any other language. I'm not talking coding languages, but I'm talking like legitimate like languages. It's almost, you have to think differently. But I guarantee you though, the more you practice it and stick with it, just even a little bit a day. I'm not saying you need to take 5 hours of a course every day, but if you do like just a little bit every day, I guarantee you'll start to feel more comfortable with it, because it's just like any skill, But I think the best way to learn, at least for me, was doing small projects. Like, make a bunch of small games, That's a super easy way. That's a super easy way to get good at game development, is just make as many small games as you can, Because we all have our big dream game, We all want to make some crazy cool game, but at the end of the day, you gotta start small. Like, you can't jump into something big, because you just need momentum, The only way to have momentum is if, you have that confidence, and usually that confidence comes from, like, continuous and strenuous, like, non-stop practice and patience. But you'll get there. I love game development. It's, like, the coolest thing, because you literally get to have programming, but you also get to have like physics in it, animations. You can tell a story through your program, and that is like a super cool thing, I think, personally. That's why I love it. You can tell a story through a program. Like, that's crazy. You're like making an interactive book. Like, that's nuts. This looks great. But anyway, now we can not walk on water. Awesome. That took forever. I wish there was a better way to do that, but it refuses to let me zoom in. Perfect. Ooh, but now we can make an island. Okay. So we're going to make a little island in the middle. And the island, I do not care if it's circular, but I think it would look really cool if we just add it in there. All right. This is way too big. All right. Let's add a little island and a cave, and eventually I'm going to have this be like, oh, you know what we could do here? This is going to be the Easter egg. This will be so cool for the Easter egg. Oh, I love that. Yeah, and you don't get the ice potion until like way later in the game, so you're gonna have to come back for the Easter egg. Seth, are you still on? Because remember that Easter egg I was telling you about? Where you find like the cherry blossom trees and stuff? I'm totally giving this away too. Which is probably really bad. I'm gonna have to like change it. Everybody who plays the game is gonna think this is the secret cave. No, I feel like we're gonna have to make this a secret cave, but then have a crazy hard puzzle in this. I think that'll be wild. Alright. Let's see. Let's make a little island. Alright, let's add this. We're gonna add... Or first we're gonna take away ground, I think, actually. In the middle. For whatever, how big. It doesn't need to be that big. Ooh, well what is the shape of the cave? Because I want it to be like that. We actually do have a cave sprite that looks really good. Ooh, what if we added on water? I'm just gonna do that. Is it here? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we're gonna add... Ooh, I don't like that. That looks so dumb. I don't want it to have this. That looks horrible. Yeah, but I don't know. I'll adjust that to make it look like a rock, because that looks really dumb. I don't like that at all. Why does it need a sign on it? That's silly. I guess they want to like make it cool like that, but still, I don't like the sign. Yeah, unless we just want to put a hut, but I think the cave would be cool. I'll have to remake a cave asset because I don't like how that has a sign. It looks really lame. Whatever, we'll figure it out. Alright, so anyway though, let's get rid of the ground, or no, we get rid of the water in the middle. Oh, this is going to be so hard to put exactly in the middle. Let's see, that is not the middle. I think that's the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can do 5 and then 5. Okay. Well, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. Oh, I hate counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we need it. This is the middle, technically. Okay. So we need 2 in the middle, technically. That's the middle. Now, is it the middle of the other way, though? I think that's... let's see. Ooh, and also, for the cave, 1, 2, 3... Oh, it's a 3 cave. I don't like how they do that, too. Honestly, we could just have a rock. Let's just do that. Let's use a rock, and then we're just going to put it on the rock. I need a... well, I like 3 because of that. Well, I don't know. Let's... How I... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no. It is acting crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that is the middle. Perfect. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, it's not. Ooh, it's gonna be out. So we need, that's the middle. Okay. Okay, so that is now perfectly the middle of it. Now, I can't put a 3 there. So either I have to extend the water one more time over, or one more time inward, which I might do, because this is going to be really annoying if I can't do that. And then I'll just move the wall over one more. I don't know. We'll see how we feel about that. Okay. Man, I wish I had a cave where it wasn't, whatever you call it, a 3 block. Why don't we have a 4 block cave? That would be cool. Ooh. Or we do abandoned house. I just think cave would look cool. We have cave doors. We could totally make a cave door. Ooh, I could just do... No, that's like in the cave, I think. Yeah. we're gonna have to adjust that. What else could we use? Where's like nature stuff? The only 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, but I could put a, I don't know if that'll look good. 1, 2, no. I want a 3 large block. 1, 2, was that 3 there? If that's 3, that would be perfect. But those don't match any of the current rocks I'm using, so that might look really weird. So we could do this. We could do this and have a 2 cave, but I think that rock isn't high enough. I think we're just gonna adjust the entire lake, because who cares? It's a lake. No one's gonna get on my butt about it. Okay, let's just do the lake with the 3 blocks. I like how close it is over here, and we'll adjust it on the left, because that's gonna be less annoying. Okay, do I wanna use water for this? I don't know, probably not. That might get me in trouble. We could use walls for it though. Do we still have that for walls? Yes, we do. All right, tile set. Get the walls in. And this is like something super late I'm gonna work on, so it doesn't matter. At least for now. Boom, 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 boom. But we do need to adjust a little bit of this. That one can be full. This one, let's just do this. I really hate how tiny this is. They really need to figure out a better way how to adjust this. All right, that one, no, we want to go in like that. Or like a rotation tool would be so nice. Okay, and then again, doop. What's your favorite type of game? It was coding. What's your favorite type of game to create? Ooh, well, I'll be honest. I think 2D games I think are really fun to make. I just like the art style. But I think ultimately though, my favorite types of games, which I haven't even necessarily made yet, but I have really big plans, is I want to make a game that you get something out of, like a learning game. Like for instance, my next game is going to be like a study game where it like you play it, you can study things with your friends. But I'm gonna make like it really fun and like I'm gonna make it like my favorite types of games, but like give you the ability to get something out of it, if that makes sense. And then I also have another game I'm gonna create that is gonna be like a bigger game. It's gonna probably be my biggest game ever, but I think it's gonna be freaking awesome. It's gonna be a language learning RPG game, but like actually fun. But those are I would say my favorite types of games. This game specifically is a collaboration with myself and an author, and I think it was a cool test of my abilities and also to help out like one of my close friends. So that's what this game is. That even though it doesn't really have anything to do with the types of games I like to make, it's still like I feel like important to do something to just get good at it, because this being my first game, it's still going to be really good. I just think it's going to be, what do you call it? Well, I've made a lot of games, but this is like my first big game with like a huge story with a lot of lore in it, basically. But I think ultimately, my favorite types of games to make are games that like give back to humanity a little bit. Now, my favorite types of games to play though, however, I really like strategy games. I like games that, I don't know, I like teamwork games a lot. Like Age of Empires is a really big game I love. I also like Kingdom Hearts. I think the story is really cool, and like, I don't know, I just like how like Disney is like connected to it in a cool way. So yeah. Yeah, what kind of games are you trying to make, man? Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then this guy over here. Perfect. Sweet. Okay, now we can make the cave. Yeah, let's make the cave. Could put a sign next to it. I don't know. Make it look a little more natural. Whoopsie, I forgot to even add this one in. We don't need a collision for any of those. Perfect, okay. And then we just need to like move the world over a little bit. And then I'll move the road to make it look like it's better. Okay, so first things first, let's fix the path. And hopefully nobody notices this. And then, yeah, we're gonna add some green. Oopsie. Okay, perfect. Oh, that'd be cool. Are you gonna make it in, would you want to make it in 3D or 2D? Okay, what do we need to do here? We need to go back to water. Water. Give it a nice border. Oh, we never moved it over, that's why. Perfect. And then we can add another side there. Yeah, I always recommend 2D for your first games. Like I haven't even created my courses yet for 3D. I'm working on them right now. I think a lot of people like to jump into 3D games because it's like, you know, it's very popular right now. Especially like the classic like PS2 style with the polygons. But I guarantee you though, you will be happier with yourself with your 2D game just because like there's so much more physics involved with 3D games and it can look like super amateur. Versus like a 2D game, I feel like if you really put your like heart and soul into it, you can make a 2D game not only look well, but you can tell a really cool story with it without worrying about too many problems. So I would recommend 2D for starting especially. But that being said, you know, you can always do whatever you want. Like if you're passionate about it in a certain style, then go for it. We need to erase this little stuff. Perfect. And then we're gonna take the water and we're gonna do this. Well, no. We're gonna do that. That looks horrible. No, I know what we have to do. Whoopsie, I am hitting the wrong button. Hope I didn't miss anything up. Oh. Did I mess something up? No, we're good. Okay, yeah, we're good. I thought I was like clicking something I shouldn't have been clicking. Okay. This will be the first little secret area that you're not technically supposed to go to. I wonder if you can even see this actually with the players. Like if you go right here, I really wonder if you can even like see it, if that makes sense. That would be really funny. And right here. Nope. Right there. Why is it doing that? There we go. Yeah, look at this little secret island you can go on. How fun. I really wonder if you can see it, because like, the player's box is pretty big, so if I take the player, because I think it'd be cool to tease the player, be like, you can go over here, it'd be cool enough. Yeah, you can. You can see the whole cave. Okay, perfect. That was all I wanted. So I'll put the character back. Okay. Let's double check what we gotta do. That looks great, that looks great. Love it. We can put some tab pools in the middle. I'm definitely fine with that. Give it a little more life. Yeah, we can tap, or whatever this is, a little lake thing. Put a little bit of these guys in there. Make it look kind of cool and more natural. Not a bunch, just enough. I'll probably make like fish. I think I'm gonna make a certain type of enemy come and attack you from the water. Like shoot stuff at you or something. And he's gonna be really hard to hit. Perfect though, we got a little lake. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm loving it. Okay, nice. I like this. I like it. We really need to add the clouds because I'm gonna forget to add the clouds, and I guarantee the clouds are gonna look so cool. Like they're just gonna kind of like slowly go across the map, but I think it'll be fun too because it'll like shade anything underneath it because we're in a valley. Remember, we're not really in a forest or anything. Like we do have a forest, but it's definitely nowhere near as around it, basically. Exactly. All right. What else we got to do, boys? Boys and girls. We need to add things we can hit and have more fun with because we have nothing to hit. So we need rocks that we can hit with hammers, and then we need little stumps that we can hit with our slash attack. So we have that technically. We have that technically in the South Forest. We have like these stumps, and these stumps can be hit, but I don't want them to have slimes in them. Like we can have some slimes in them, but I think it'll look a lot cooler if we don't have slimes in them, because this was like a training thing. So maybe I'll put like 1 or 2, I guess. Might as well. I just want to make more interactiveness in the world, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead, open up enemies. This is number 3. And that's going to be, I think, these guys. Let me double check. What am I selecting? That is wrong. What are we in? Objective 1? No, we need to be in objective 3. Trapped. Okay, trapped is right here. Now, I want to make trapped its own scene. The problem is, if I do that, we're doing goals with these. We don't care about that. So, we are going to adjust this. Is this its own script? I think it is. Yeah. So, what we're going to do is, I don't want to have to go into each one of these and change it. We're going to do a var, or we're going to do an add export. And we're going to call this is, I don't know, for goal. For goal. And we're just going to make that some bool. And we're going to simply say, we're going to say is for bool, and if it's false, so we're going to do false. Well, that's wrong. Yeah, I don't know. We could double check that. My only worry is I'm doing trapped with the other slime. Is for goal. Just switch it up. Double negative. Is not for goal. And if this equals true, then we're not gonna. If this equals false, then we're gonna do the goal thing. But I don't want this. This is a dirty way to do this, but it's okay. If equals false, do this thing. So I don't want to have to go into each individual one and mess with it. So for the new ones though, however, we are going to make that true because we don't want to deal with this. So we're going to go back here and we're going to take trapped. Because what we could do also is we're going to make this guy not exist. So we got trapped. We're going to go ahead, say branch as scene, and let's go into components. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to, we need enemies. We don't even have an enemies one yet. Enemies. Ooh, actually, that doesn't make any sense because this isn't an enemy. Yeah, I don't like that. We're going to call it nature. Okay. And then we're going to save it in there. Now this guy is going to stay the same and we're not going to mess with him. Better yet, we're actually going to get rid of him in here. I don't want him in here. So we're going to mess with that in our own world. Get rid of that. But we're gonna put another one right there. And I'm gonna bring this guy up. Perfect. And now we don't have to worry about messing anything up. Then we're gonna go back in the valley, which looks great, by the way. I think this looks so good. Then we're gonna go to valley, and we're gonna start to make stuff. So we have an enemies area here, and realistically, we don't care about that right now. So I'm gonna make a new one, and we're gonna call this add child node, node 2D, wherever node 2D is. And we're going to call this hitable. Perfect, hittable. Okay, in hittable, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the new component we just saved, which was in nature trapped. And the only thing we're going to do here is we're actually going to adjust this. I don't want the slime visible, so let's double check and make sure slime doesn't exist. Animated sprite 2D. Visible. Why is that visible? That means we're connecting to this one, not the one that itself is. So we need to change that, because if we want to make the slime not be visible, we need to set a bool for that. And we already have a bool, so what we're going to do is we're going to do function underscore ready. So on game start, what we're going to do is make, when dead is, it doesn't, let's go ahead, is not for goal. Animate sprite 2D. What else do we need to do? What do we add for that? Animate.visible. That's fine. My only worry is it has a hitbox on it, I'm pretty sure. No, I don't think it does. Does it? No, it's just right there. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead, save that. What time is it? 1:33. Yep, we're doing good on time. Okay, let's go ahead, keep it as is. Do we want to make anything appear when we hit this thing? Probably not yet. We could give it a very low chance of giving us a coin or something, honestly. Yeah, we could do that. That might be nice. Let's go back to village. Let's go to, what is it called? Not village, South Forest. And let's see. What could we do for that? Trapped. Slime. Let's see. Oh, that's frozen. No. We want the regular slime script. Here we go. Okay, we have a bunch of junk for dropping stuff. Ooh. We only want to drop coin, probably. What's up, Mad? How you doing? Right now we're making like a trunk we can attack, and then it's gonna drop like a coin or something. Yeah, we'll probably just give it a chance, drop a coin, because who cares? Alright, coin, we want all this except goal, and I don't care about is dead either, so we want all these if statements is dropped. Okay, and we're gonna go back into trapped. We're gonna go in here. Is dead. Okay, perfect. So all the way. Ooh, we need it. Is dead equals false. Why did we add that specific? Oh no, that's why. I get it. So yeah, we're gonna do all this here, but we're gonna get rid of the ones we don't care about. We don't care about the fire potion, and we don't care about the health potion. I just care about the coin. And we're gonna have a lower chance of this happening. That's a 1/4 chance of that happening. And we're gonna have, let's say a not 1/5 chance of it happening. But we do need the coin instance, which honestly is not that hard. We could do that. Add sibling. Okay, we need the coin instance. So if we go to South Forest, I think we already have that, like right here, coin. Okay, let's just grab that. Back to trapped. And then in here, we need to paste that. Coin, perfect. And that should work now. So now we have a chance to drop a coin, basically. Nice. Okay. Nice. All right. Perfect. So now we can drop stuff. What did we add in here? Why is it not saved? Oh, because I dropped this in here. Let's take this guy, and let's start putting these around. I don't want too many. Ooh, why does it still have that? Oh, you know why it still has that? Is because we, on start, so if I go ahead back to Valley, take our player, and then we go ahead and start, I think we're not going to see this. Pretty sure. Let's let that load. Yep, perfect. I don't want to see the slime, and this is like a little thing we can mess with. Ooh, but we're not behind it though, that's not good. I think the reason why that happened is because, yeah, like that looks really good. Cool. But this, I don't want to be, can we be in front of it? Yeah, we can kind of be in front of it. But I want to make sure we are in front of it here. Oh, I know why, because we never set the Y scaling in this thing. Okay. So yeah, we go to ordering for this guy, Y enabled, and then we go to hittable, and we go to ordering, Y enabled as well. Now we should be behind it if we go above it. So let's go ahead. Let's do this now. Let's try it out. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. And now what we're gonna do is try to hit it. Boom. And everything broke. And the reason it broke is because I never set the variable. Boom. Now it's not gonna break. Because we did that. That was really dumb why we did that, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna basically just have these as little items all over the place. We might make a dynamic way to do it, but I think it'll be okay. Well, that's wrong. I don't want the slime in it. I got a coin though, look at that. Okay, but anyway, that's wrong. We don't care about this. If it says if equals false, we made it equal true. What is going on here? Is not for goal equals true. Is not for goal equals false. What? Maybe we like, why was the slime visible? Oh, you know why? That's why, because that doesn't make any sense. I know, that's why. Hold on. I'm being a knucklehead. Perfect. Now we will see it correctly. Okay. Like we might have some have it, but I don't think it really matters. Like, I don't know. I don't really want red slimes here as much because they're really fast and annoying to fight. I just want like little stumps that we can interact with. Boom. Okay. So let's make sure I'm not printing anything, right? Perfect. Okay. Let's take our little trapped. We're gonna put these just kind of over the place. Like, I don't want them too close to the spawn area. And if it gets, I don't want the player to be able to just like instantly get 1,000,000 coins too. Coins are gonna be really tough, I feel like. Like, coins are gonna not be easy. We're not gonna make too many of these. I really don't want too many. Just some stuff the player can interact with. Not too much though, just a couple. Just a couple. I don't even know, like, I think we're gonna have slimes here, but not like crazy amounts though. The mansion over there. Sweet. We can always move these around. Doesn't really matter too much. Perfect. Okay. Nice. Look at that. All right, now we have some like just stuff we can hit to get our anger out when we play. And it gives us a chance to get coins and stuff. But it's a very low chance. And I'm gonna be honest, I think even 1 out of 6 is kind of high for these things, because you're really not supposed to get like anything from these things. It's gonna be very rare. But again, maybe that's not that bad, because like there's a lot in here. There's there's 30 of them. So yeah, that's a really high chance. Let's do it at 1 out of 7 now. Because that's so much. I think that's crazy if we do that. So now there's only a 30% chance you're gonna get a coin if you hit one of these things. And they don't have the slimes in them, for everybody who missed. You're just gonna see like brush. Okay, but that looks great. Okay, we got cool things to hit. Now, do we want rocks? I kind of feel like we should have little rocks, because the rocks will be cool, to run around, I think. But the rocks could have a really high chance of giving you something. Plus, there's rocks everywhere. Like we have all these rock walls, and if we don't have any rocks in the game, that's gonna look very strange. So, let's create a rock. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna actually just use trapped again, I think. And we're just gonna change the sprite to a rock sprite. And I think that'll be the best way to do it. So let's go ahead. Let's go to components, nature, trapped, which is tree, and honestly, I think we should change the name, because this is gonna get so confusing. I just like trapped because we can trap slime, so maybe we'll keep it. But anyway, let's duplicate this, and let's call this something silly, or we'll just call this rock. Honestly, rock 1. Maybe we'll have multiple types of rocks. Rock 1. Rock 1 is right here. Now rock 1 is going to be a little different. We need to say what this is, because if it's a rock, we need to say it's a rock. So let's go ahead and say same thing here. I want to set this, depending on what it is a rock. And it's always by default going to be false. But if it is a rock, what we're going to do is we're looking for charged. Now, if it's a rock, I don't want to do that. I want to say if it's in group of hammer, which I think we can say smash, I think, or something. That might make more sense, because we have a charged attack, which is fine, but I really don't want to. We could give it area is in charge, but then we could just double area and say, or honestly, what we could do, this is going to be a way smarter way to do it. Okay. And we're going to say is underscore is a rock equals false. Perfect. And then what we're going to do is just reuse this whole magic line of code and the same thing, but this time we're going to say is rock equals true. And this time we're going to look for just something called smash. Perfect. And smash is only going to be present with the charge. But I think if we want to do it, I think smash will also have the charge in it as well. So it kind of doesn't matter. It's kind of whatever. Okay, so let's do that. And then, yeah, same thing, blah, blah, blah. We'll just give this a way higher percentage of giving you a coin. So we'll do we could do half this, which is a 3. But honestly, 3 I think is not even, that's probably fine. Because we're not going to be able to, yeah, we'll just do it with a 3. because it uses a lot more energy to use your hammer, I think. So we'll do that. And then we increase the chance to get a coin. And then we just need to change the sprite, because we have the tree sprite. So we're going to go to sprite here. And we're going to go to, nope, we have to go to the original one here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to change it out. Make unique first, always, just in case it affects other things. Let's go into here. Wait a minute. No, it's its own. I hope it's its own. If it's not, that's a pain. What is this actually? Is this from the tile set or individual? Yeah, it is. Oh lord. The reason why this is that. Can it just send me there? Nope. Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna do it the way it wants us to do it, which is go to backgrounds, tile set. And then we're gonna go ahead. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go to nature. Cool. All right, and then this is 16 by 16. Yeah, 16 by 16. And then we're gonna find the rock, and I just want to match it with the pink rock because that's what we've been using for this whole area. And that one is not the right one, so we gotta use one of these. And I don't know. I think we could use one of these. We could use the bigger one or the smaller one. I like the bigger one a little bit. I think that'll be kind of cool. And we're gonna get rid of that original thing. And that guy will disappear because we're gonna say is rock and it is not for goal. So now that's not gonna exist. Just gonna be present for now. And then we're gonna go back to our little valley. And then we're gonna go in here and we're gonna just add another hittable over here for rock 1. Okay, rock 1, wherever rock 1 is. I don't like how there's no rock 1. No way. What? Oh, it's named the same thing. Whatever, that's fine. Okay, let's go find where rock 1 is, probably in the middle of the world. All right, and we'll just put a few rocks. Now the rocks, though, I don't know if the slimes can pass through the rocks. If they can, we're gonna adjust it, because I don't want them to do that. I don't want them to pass through any of this stuff. So, how do we figure that out? Let's go to static body, collisions. So yeah, so I think the slimes can pass through these currently. How we can prevent that is we just make it on the same area as the slimes. So if we go back to original South Forest, and we click on one of our slimes that are trapped, which is totally not number 2, it's 3. Yeah, we're gonna have the same issue. Is I don't think I ever set these. To be fair, these ones are never gonna be interacting with them because the way I made them is none of the slimes can get in here, so I don't really care. But the reason why is because we never made it the same layer. Because I think slimes, if we go to slimes, and like 2, it doesn't really matter. And if we go to collisions, whoopsie, collisions. Yeah, see, they're on the 2, so we want them to bump into these things and kind of walk away. Then we need to do that. And I think it's fine if we do that. I think it will look a lot better. So let's do that. Let's go to each one of these, and let's set the static body to both layers of 2. Same thing for trapped. We're gonna do the same thing. Perfect. Okay, now the slimes or any other enemies we have, even projectiles, they'll always get hit by these things, which I think will be kind of cool for strategy. So let's go ahead. Keep going. All right, we got a rock there. We need to add some rocks. And the rocks are whatever. We don't need like a million. We just need a couple. Because again, we don't want to be able to give the player the ability to like span getting unlimited coins and stuff. That would be kind of wrong. But I do want enough where it looks natural though. We'll place some outside as well. And the reason they have the red bubble is because, honestly, I'm going to get rid of that too, because I think that's going to confuse a lot of people. So we'll get rid of that too. Put a lot of rocks over here. I like having rocks over here. Okay, add all the rocks. Cool, cool, cool. too many, just enough where it's okay. We're gonna have a big thing in the middle there, so I'm not even gonna put a rock on that side. Perfect. We'll add like 2 over here. Perfect. Okay, but it's gonna drive me crazy seeing all the slime. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the slime guy and we're gonna go to visibility and we're gonna self-modulate all the way down. Save that change, go to the rock, same thing. Make it invisible because it doesn't exist anyway. Doesn't really matter. Self-modulate. Just shrink it out. Here we go. Sweet. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to back to the valley, and after letting that load, yay, all the slimes are done. Okay, cool. All right, but now just to make the world look a little bit more natural, I'm not gonna put them in as game objects because it's gonna slow the rendering down. So we're gonna do it as technically map. Even though we can't interact with these rocks on the outer side, it's still gonna look a little more natural if we have a bunch of them. So let's do, doesn't really matter, we can do walls. Let's go ahead and look for, here we go, and then the rock we got, this one. And then yeah, just put it up down a lot. Let's add a couple kind of around, you know? Not a bunch, because the rocks are supposed to be a lot rarer than the grass, but just enough so it looks like it's kind of part of the game a bit. You know, there we go. Because we're not in like a quarry or anything, we're just kind of out in the world. There's a couple rocks around. Cool, add a little bit there. Yeah, we don't need a bunch, just a little bit. Okay. Just a little bit. Perfect. I don't want to put it too close. Nice. Okay. That looks great. Perfect. Now the world looks a little bit more natural. Okay, we got rocks, we got stumps that we can hit. The rocks we'll be able to hit eventually, but we just can't hit them until they have like a fire or something. Sorry, not fire, a hammer. Yep. What do we do need though? We do need the dark forest in the corner. Again, it's not going to be interactable. It doesn't matter. But we are going to put it like, once you get like right here, you're going to see like these trees kind of going like that and then like that. So let's add that real quick. Again, doesn't matter what we do. I just want to do the pine trees because I think it looks cool for the dark forest. There's like this crazy looking tree too, but that looks like a swamp tree to me. So let's add it because I don't even think we ever added this. This is in walls, that's perfectly fine. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and just select the tree. And eventually we'll add the layers to it, but for now, I'm not going to focus on it. But yeah, let's just do it like this. And it's going to slowly kind of like go out. I think that would be kind of cool. To like have a nice like triangular like vision of it. And we got to get rid of all that junk. So I think that's somewhere. Did we put it under? Nope. Is it part of path? Probably. Yes, it is. We're going to get rid of the ones around here because this is all going to be dark forest. And we don't have to go too far because, again, we don't really care if the player can't see. So let's go ahead, again, back to walls. If it was there, I think it was. Yes, okay. Let's add it in. Okay, and again, we're going to go like that. That actually does look cooler, but I don't think it's going to work well if we do it like that. Yeah, we need to get rid of that one. Okay. Yes, like that. And then again, like that. And then again, all the way down, one more we go. So it kind of looks like it's the opening to the Dark Forest. Okay. And, yep. Do one more. And then we can just go in from there. Because I don't think the player can see that much from here anyway. Perfect. Okay. Yep, here's going to be the entrance to the Dark Forest. Now, what's curious about the Dark Forest is the dirt changes. So we can do it now or we can do it later. I think we'll do it later for now because it doesn't matter that much. It's okay. Okay, but that's going to be the entrance to the Dark Forest. Okay, sweet. So we're going to have all that. Oh, we could do it. It's going to bother me if we don't do it like this. I think I'm just going to do it. Yeah, let's get rid of underpath. Yeah, it'll bother me if we don't do it this way. What? I thought we did that. Okay. Okay. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. Oh no, I hope we can make it. No, I think we can. Yeah, we can. Perfect. Okay, let's do that. Look at that. Perfect fit. Love it. That looks cooler. That looks nice. Sweet. So we have the Dark Forest over here. Nice. Did we do that with the village? I don't remember what we did with the village. Yeah, we did. Okay. But yeah, once you get to a certain point, it just like cuts it off. And yeah, we'll be able to like go like there, and then it will cut us off. Perfect. Okay. What else do we need? I feel like we need a little bit more of nature, but I don't know. I think it's okay. Because then we'll add like the random enemies. We'll add like a cool new anime for the water area. We're gonna add some slimes, but again, slimes, I don't like to have enemies walking from one square to another square. So more than likely, we're gonna have them like out and about. And then we're gonna have like the little mansion here we can go into. It's like gonna be like a rundown building or something. I think we could make that actually real quick. Maybe in cool stuff. There's some cool like rundown buildings we can use. I think it's this one. Yeah, we could do that. Look at these. Perfect. Okay. Now what do we want to do for this one? What looks the best? It is going to be pretty big. So I feel like we're going to need like a big building we haven't seen yet. But these look so good. I'm not sure which one we should use. I like that one a lot. I also like that one too. It just depends. Okay. Problem is, we know how big these buildings get because we can walk in them. So my one worry is like, I don't know, but then we could like do cool like trapdoor thing. I think we will. We'll do like a bigger building and then we'll give it a cool puzzle in it. And we're either gonna do this one with the crazy roof or we're gonna do this one. Matt, are you still on the call? You should tell me which one I should use. Should I use this gray, do this one here, or should I use this green one here? What do you think? If you're still on. Because I can't decide which one's gonna look better ultimately. This one looks like it'll clearly be taller because they never added like the lower part of it. So let's see. Let's at least start adding them in so that we can start messing with them. All right. This looks really good. This is really coming together too. I think this is really cool. Nice. Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it. My one worry is, can this be on top? I think so. I like this one only because it looks more like a slime house. It has like green on it. Maybe that's like slime. Okay, and then let's do it. let's start adding it in. And I'm gonna add it like right over here. So again, we need to remove stuff. Well, actually, technically, I don't think we do. We can just put it on top. We might need to though, because the under parts are there. So let's go ahead and get rid of some of the grass. Nope, didn't work. Path, I remember. Yep. And then what we're gonna do, and we should give it a fence line too. I think that'll look better. We could even do a fence line of the other stuff. Okay, let's add the floor first. And I don't want it too close to the rocks, just enough where it makes sense. That's okay, I like that area there. And then let's do this whole shenanigans. And that looks like a spooky house. Perfect. Okay. Then we need to give it like a cool fence that's like destroyed. Which I don't know if we have that. Do we? I love how there's so much like indoor stuff though. That's really cool. Honestly, we can make this whole area kind of destroyed. We could have some like cool stuff in it too. Yeah, we could add some really cool stuff here. Huh. No, I don't like that. I like the wheelbarrow. That's cool. Let's add the wheelbarrow. Whoops, is it gonna let me? Add the wood. That's cool. That's cool. So I just want to kind of like abandoned, you know? I like that one. That one's kind of cool. Alright, what else? What else? Is anything cool? That's cool. A little bit of broken wood. Maybe like a pot that's broken. I think I'm going to have that inside though. Okay, and then we're going to add this. A wheelbarrow that's destroyed. Why not? Let's put one in there. Some broken wood that's around it. I like the longer one. That's cool. I don't like it being too close to it though. Let's do it like over there. Nice. Okay. And then just some more ruins, I think. Maybe like up here in the corner. That's cool. Okay. I think that looks good. We go up a little bit more, maybe. Because I want the player to see it. And then again, we'll add some wood. I don't want it to be exactly the same. Whatever. That looks good to me. Now, I wish we had a beaten up path. Because these look like rocks, not like path rock. So if I go back, I don't think we have any path rocks. What did we put for the ground? If we have like beat up path, that would be really cool. Alright. That looks bad. We need... Yeah, I don't think we have any good like beat up ground path. Nothing that good. Maybe like that one? It just doesn't look like it's gonna look like it's scratched up. So that's what I want. Yeah. I don't know. I think right now it's okay though. I think it looks good for that. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so we have the slime house. We do need to add the actual layering of it though, because I added the whole thing without thinking about it. Okay, so we need to add collisions for all this fun stuff. So again, paint. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, we didn't even use that one. Doesn't matter. We use this one. And we're gonna adjust that one. And that one. And definitely those two. Yeah. I guess those don't really matter. Let me remove those. Get rid of the corners. Problem is if I do that, then I gotta do it there too. That's the problem. Like this is a tiny bit That really sucks. It's really tiny. Oh, I think that piece is even ripped off too. Well, I don't want that one at all then. Let's get rid of that one. Yeah, that one's fine then. Doesn't matter. But this one definitely needs a little bit. So we need to add at least 3. Yeah, and we'll go like that. And this guy, let's get it there. Good enough. And then this guy doesn't need to be perfect, but at least looks a little better would be nice. Same thing here. Doesn't need to be perfect, but if it looks nice, that would be awesome. Perfect. Okay, that'll be the roof. We got the sides, we got that. We need to add some collisions for all this other fun stuff. And what we can do is just that and that. Then just add it to. We'll adjust that later because that's going to be kind of weird. Yeah, same thing there. Wheelbarrow is going to look a little funky if we do it like this. So I think what we should do is kind of clip it a little bit. Let's get rid of that. Oh, come on. Let's go up a bit. Ooh, we don't even need to go like, well, we kind of do. I don't know. We could do that. Yeah, we could do that, I guess. Same thing here. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're gonna have to go like that. And then that, yep, let's go up. Go up. Same thing here. Over. Just so it doesn't look too unnatural. Perfect. Okay, we got that. This one next. Whole thing here. I think we just add the whole thing for this guy. I don't really care if we can't walk behind this one. Okay, perfect. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. Okay, collision's all set. Pot. Don't like that. We can just go down like that. And then we'll adjust the inside stuff once we create the room for it. But I'm really going to try to make probably everything in this map. And then we're going to have the secondary mission, because it doesn't really matter if we do the main mission to do that. Whew. Oh, but I think I'm getting to my end point though. I feel tired now. That was a lot. So we literally just made the whole map. But it looks great. I might stream later, but we're gonna get started probably next on probably adding, I guess, some slimes in, and then once we do that, then we're gonna go ahead and add some stuff for this right here. Like, we're gonna add like a caravan, I guess, and then have these barbarians here, and we either help them or we fight them. And I think we have a cool thing we can use for this, I'm pretty sure. Let me fix that. Like, I think there's a really cool caravan thing. Like, honestly, or we can just have a bunch of wheelbarrows. I'm fine with that too. We could add a bunch of like really nice wheelbarrows. I think we'll have wheelbarrows and like a tent. And then we need to put Belcross, the saving point, somewhere as well. We'll have to add that as well. But yeah, I think this is looking great. I'm liking it. We'll probably have like a dead tree there, because the dead tree looks like it's burnt. Yeah, we could just have a bunch of these like wheelbarrows parked there. And then, yeah, just kind of them like hanging out. little outpost. That'll look cute. Perfect. Alright though, I am pretty happy with how things went though. Looks really good, guys. Everything looks great. We have the whole second levels map pretty much made. We just need to kind of add the fun stuff in, you know? And we'll get to the cave eventually. I'm not going to add that in anytime soon. I need to think of some fun ideas. But yeah, everything looks great. I like it a lot. Awesome. But yeah, please, if you have not though, please go ahead and wishlist the game. We're trying to get to 1,000 wishlists before the release, which is going to be probably next month to 2 months, depending on what we want to add. Yeah, there's also a book. Please order the book. We have it all in the description. But yeah, let me pop open the Steam page. You can check it out. It's going to be right here. Oblation, Prince of Corruption. It's on Steam. Splash images, and then please go ahead and wishlist that. If you want to help support the team, you can either support it on YouTube or go to our official website at redfoolstudio.com, tools and games, locate the Oblation page, and then please go ahead and wishlist from here. Or, of course, order the book as well. And then you have some support you can give us as well here. That would be much appreciated. If you're someone looking to get into game development, I have a completely free, like 17-hour beginner course on my academy. It's going to be for 2D game development, 3D coming soon, but there's a lot of courses there, so check it out if you're trying to make your own games as well. But yeah, so far though, everything's looking great, guys. I appreciate you joining. I'll catch you later.